What's going on, guys? It's Lord Beardo from Loot Nation. Today's video will be addressing upgrading your camps, making sure that your barracks have got the goblins and giants so you can start playing around with different armies. Just recapping a little bit of the last video, make sure your base is completely blocked off. There's no entries into it. Your town hall is not against the woods. And you want to make sure you keep your mortar inside the middle of your base. A lot of times you get attacked, this is going to be the only thing that saves you with the low level troops coming against you. You want to make sure that it's the hardest piece of defense. And I'm also going to be showing you how to attack bases that have mortar, because that's your first real obstacle. So I talked for a second about upgrading your camps and your barracks. You want to make sure that you keep doing this. It's expensive to do with the elixir for the camp size, but it's a very big advantage having 5-10 more people every time you go into war. And you're not really going to be so much concerned when you're looking for a raid of winning the trophies at all or getting 50%. In the beginning of the game, just stick to finding bases that are easy to fight. You see right here, the mortar's on the outside. A lot of the defenses are going to be on the outside. And when you're fighting in these low town hall areas, you're attacking the defenses directly. You want to overwhelm the couple pieces of defenses they have, and you'll be able to get the collectors nice and easy. If you go for the collectors or the storages, their defenses are just going to pick you off while you're doing that, and you're going to have very unsuccessful raids. So you can see here I took the defenses out. I'm going to win the raid very easily. It would have been a much different outcome if I didn't attack the defenses directly. In order to progress through this game properly, you're going to have to spend as much time upgrading everything defensively and offensively together. If you go too fast in your town halls, you get a penalty for attacking town halls that are under you. So in this case, I'm a 3. If I fight a 3, I get a certain percentage of what they have at their bases. When I move up to a town hall 4, I'm going to get a 10% less at what I was able to get from town hall 3s. When I move into a town hall 5, I will get 50% of what I could have gotten if I stayed in town hall 3. So if you don't move your armies forward while your town hall's moving forward, you'll eventually outgrow who you can fight, because you will be making half the loot you used to be able to make from that town hall. So when you have to go and fight town hall 5s, you're only going to have town hall 3 troops, and it's not going to work out that way. And in the lower town halls, you can get away with it. But once you get into town hall 7, 8, 9, and 10, you won't be able to progress at all in the game. You'll be very frustrated. So this is one of the points that I really emphasize in the game. Do not go too far or too fast with your town hall. So what I'm doing right here is I'm nexting through a couple matches. I'm trying to find the most loot that I can at a base that I can go into and raid and collect it. It's really important to understand how much elixir it costs you to make an army. You're going to have multiple armies that you use. You're going to have loot armies, trophy armies, war armies, and all of these are going to have different price tags on them, and you're going to have to attack certain bases that have enough elixir for you to sustain using that army. This is something you'll really get used to doing later on in the game. In the beginning, when you only have a couple different types of troops to use from, you're just trying to go for the most that you can find to max out your storages every match. So I finally find this base. It doesn't have all the walls wrapped around everything, and it's going to max out my storages, and it's just a relatively easy base to go and attack. So I'm going to put my guys in the outside buildings, one archer at a time. That'll eventually take care of it, get you more percentage. You see these troops that came out of the building? That's your clan castle. You can get donated to by requesting from your clan. That's something we're going to get into in Town Hall 3 when you get your clan castle. At this level, you don't have to directly attack those troops. There is a specific way that you'll deal with them later on in the game. So as you can see here, I'm putting all my troops down directly at their defenses. Once they're gone, I'll just have to circle their clan troops with a couple guys, and it'll be a wrap. I'll be able to win this match very easy. You're not going to spend too much time in Town Hall 3. You want to try to get to Town Hall 5 as quickly as you can. You definitely want to make sure that your defenses are up, your barracks are up, your camp size is up. You can get your walls up as much as possible. It's very fast. Town Hall 3 is very fast. Same thing with Town Hall 4. There's a couple more things that need to be taken care of, and you really start to be able to put together a structure in your base. But Town Hall 3 is just something you want to get through as fast as possible. It just teaches you how to attack defenses directly. It's just a little bit of a, just get your feet wet for this game. So I went ahead and I got all of my defenses upgraded. I got everything that I can do in this town hall, and I maxed out my storages. That is a big thing that you're going to have to do through 3, 4, and 5, is make sure that you spend a lot of time upgrading your storages, your gold and your elixir, so that you're not waiting a day or so, 2 days until that all goes through in order to upgrade big pieces. When you get into new town halls, you do your lab, you do your storages right away. And you see right here, we go ahead, we pop the trigger for Town Hall 4. We're going to have to wait a little bit of time for it, but we're good to go. One day. So here's a little raid that I had. You can see that this guy is a Town Hall 7 who's probably quit playing the game or hasn't played the game in a very long time, and he has an unbelievable amount of loot. I'm obviously going to max out just by attacking 1 or 2 of these, and this is what I was saying before, by don't be afraid to hit the next button. You can find these matches. As long as you have the gold to do it, you can just keep nexting and nexting and nexting until you find these collector raids, and you're going to max all your storages out in half the time because you're playing smarter. You're not just attacking bases because you think you can beat that one for trophies. You have to understand that the loot is the most important thing to progress your base, and you're really going to want to find these kind of raids, and you're going to want to exploit these players, and you're going to want to be prepared. And you see right here, I get a decent amount of loot, and I get a ton of trophies for this match. I'm going to play you a little defense right here. I was explaining in this video and the last video about leaving your mortar in the middle of the base. It's going to be your best option down here in Town Hall 3 and 4 and 5, and until you get multiple ones, you just want to make it the hardest possible defense to get to. It's going to take out archers with 1 hit, it's going to take out barbarians in 2 or 3 hits, and it's going to give you the best chance of making trophies while you're sleeping and protecting all of your storages. So moving forward from this town hall into 4 and 5, you're going to have to start learning how to attack bases a little bit differently. They get bigger, they get more walls, and you got to bring the right troops to do it. The giants, as you can see here, there's giants attacking me. I'm going to show you how to use them. I'm going to show you how the goblins work for stealing the storages very easily. So moving in from this point forward into Town Hall 4, it definitely gets a lot more creative. And if you stuck around for the beginning of the game, you'll be really excited for how the rest of the game starts to play itself out. Comment at the bottom, guys, for things that you need tips on, for struggles that you're having, and I hope you make a ton of loot. Clash on.